Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. I'm Office Bloke Des.
I'm Office Bloke Mike.
And I'm Office Bloke Max.
Here we are, all three of us together.
Yay.
Bizarre historical events that sound completely made up.
Nice. That's going to be great.
Yeah, I don't know. Nothing springs to mind that I can think of that might be out there.
Yeah, especially bizarre historical events.
Yeah. We'll probably watch this and just go, bollocks.
Yeah. Let's go for it.
Let's get right into it. Number 8, Operation Acoustic Kitty. Back in the 1960s, the CIA had this brilliant idea. They grabbed an ordinary house cat and performed surgery on it. They shoved a microphone in its ear, planted a radio transmitter inside its skull, threaded an antenna through its fur. This poor cat became a walking, purring spy gadget. After years of planning and $20 million down the drain, it was showtime. The mission seemed simple enough. Release the cat near some Soviet operatives outside their embassy in Washington. Let it wander close and record their conversation. What could go wrong? They opened the van door. The cat stepped out, took one look around, and walked straight in the opposite direction.
No.
It wandered off across the park, completely ignoring the mission. The official report actually stated
run
that
over.
cats
Yeah.
are not very controllable. No kidding. It took $20 million to figure out cats do whatever they want. My grandma could have told them that for free. The cat was eventually recovered. They removed all the spy gear and let it retire from its very brief career in international
million?
espionage.
I was going to say.
Number 7,
I've
Project
heard of that one before.
A119. It's 1958. The Soviets just launched Sputnik. America is in a bad place. Their response? Let's nuke the moon. That'll show them. This wasn't some drunk idea at a bar. This was an actual government project called A119. The plan was to shoot a nuclear bomb at the moon, make it explode right on the edge between light and dark, create a massive flash everyone on Earth could see. Basically, America wanted to flex on the Soviets by blowing up part of the moon, kind of like keying your ex's car. They even hired Carl Sagan to work on this. Young Carl Sagan, before he became the space guy on TV, was calculating what happens when you nuke the moon. The bomb they planned to use wasn't even that big by nuclear standards. About 1/10 the size of Hiroshima, but still. They were planning to nuke the moon. Our moon. The thing that controls our tides and looks pretty at night. Then someone with a functioning brain asked the obvious question. What if the rocket explodes during launch? Suddenly nuking ourselves while trying to nuke the moon didn't seem so smart. Sorry, folks. We accidentally turned Florida into a crater. Our bad. They quietly killed the project in 1959. They decided maybe they should just try landing on the moon instead. Number 6, the Kentucky meat shower. Picture this. You're Mrs. Crouch. It's 1876. You're on your porch in Kentucky making soap. Life is good. Then meat starts falling from the sky. Not drops of blood, actual chunks of flesh, some as big as hamburger patties, raining down from a perfectly clear sky. For several minutes, meat just kept falling, covering an area the size of a football field. Mrs. Crouch must have thought the world was ending. Scientists showed up to investigate. They poked at the mystery meat. Their conclusion? It was lung tissue, muscle, and cartilage. A delightful mix of animal parts falling from heaven. But here's where it gets truly disgusting. The most likely explanation is vulture vomit. See, vultures have this charming habit. When they get scared, they puke up everything in their stomach so they can fly away faster. Apparently,
football field.
an entire flock of vultures got spooked while flying over Kentucky, and like some kind of synchronized puking team, they all barfed at the same time. Their partially digested lunch rained down on poor Mrs. Crouch. The locals did what any reasonable person would do. They tasted it. One guy said it tasted like mutton. Another said venison. Nobody said, hey, maybe we shouldn't eat the sky meat. Number 5, the War of Jenkins' Ear. Captain Robert Jenkins was sailing along, minding his own business, when Spanish Coast Guards decided to search his ship. One of them looked at Jenkins and thought, that ear, I don't like it, so he cut it off. Now, most people would get medical attention, maybe file a complaint. Not Jenkins. This absolute madman pickled his ear in a jar, like it was a cucumber. He kept that ear for 8 years. 8 years of carrying around your own body part in a jar. Imagine the conversations. What's in the jar, Robert? Oh, just my ear. The Spanish cut it off. Want to see? Finally, in 1738, Jenkins marches into British Parliament. He whips out his jar and shows everyone his crusty 8-year-old ear. Look what the Spanish did to me. Parliament loses their minds. These grown men are passing around a pickled ear like it's show and tell. The British public went absolutely mental. Newspapers printed dramatic stories. Angry mobs filled the streets, all because of one ear floating in brine. So Britain declared war on Spain, not over territory, not over trade rights, over a pickled ear. The war lasted 9 years. Thousands died. Ships sank. Cities burned. The best part is some historians think Jenkins might have lost his ear in a bar fight. He just blamed the Spanish because it sounded better than, I got drunk and someone cut my ear off. Number 4. The Tanganyika laughter epidemic.
I've not heard about that.
No,
I've
heard the
you were on
term
me.
Jenkins here, but that's it.
I thought he was just going to sort of like reference something when he says, "Do you want one of these?" And he went, "No, I've got one here."
Do you reckon you get so far down, like 8 years down the line, like, maybe I should tell him? Maybe I should say, this is my bad, guys.
It goes back to the
Not if
moon
there's been a
landing.
war, I don't think you should. No, I mean,
It goes back to the moon landing, doesn't it? Where someone going to say it never really happened, or
yeah.
I mean, I don't know what to believe, but it's there's a lot of conspiracy.
Yeah,
out there,
big
isn't there?
time.
Yeah.
No, I think I mean, that definitely happened because Russians and Chinese would be all over it to say the opposite. So,
January 1962. 3 girls at a boarding school in Tanzania start laughing. Not normal laughing. We're talking painful, uncontrollable, can't breathe laughing. And it spreads. Within days, 95 out of 159 students are infected with this laughing plague. They laugh so hard they pass out, wake up, start laughing again. Some students are stuck in laughing fits for 16 days straight. 16 days of non-stop laughter? That's not funny anymore. That's torture. The school shuts down because you can't teach math to kids who won't stop cackling. But closing the school makes it worse. The students go home and infect their villages. The laughter spreads like a comedy zombie virus. It hits 14 schools. Over 1,000 people across 100 miles are laughing uncontrollably.
I know why.
Entire villages.
they'll been watching Office Blokes.
Oh,
Let it read
that's
through
it.
a WAP.
Of
That's what
course.
they've been watching.
I think it's where was it? Zimbabwe. This
Yeah.
might have been at South Africa when we did a Why Are You Gay?
Yeah.
Villages sound like comedy clubs having seizures. Teachers can't teach. Workers can't work. One girl laughed so hard she couldn't eat for days. Imagine being hungry but physically unable to stop laughing long enough to swallow food. Scientists now think it was mass hysteria. Tanzania had just gained independence.
Oh, Tanzania.
Everyone was stressed about the changes, so their brains just broke. Instead of crying or panicking like normal people, they laughed and couldn't stop laughing. Number 3. The Great Windham Frog War. It's 1754. The people of Windham, Connecticut are already paranoid about the French and Indian War. Then, in the dead of night, they hear thousands of blood-curdling screams. The entire town panics. Men grab muskets and knives. Women hide children. Some people are so terrified they run out of their houses without even putting clothes on. They literally forget pants exist because they think they're under attack. All night long, these horrifying screams echo through the darkness. It sounds like an army of demons. People are praying, crying, preparing to die. They're writing goodbye letters by candlelight, while mysterious screams fill the air. Dawn breaks. The brave men of Windham march toward the screaming, ready for battle. What do they find? Frogs. Thousands and thousands of frogs. There was a drought. Every pond had dried up except one, so every frog in the area decided to meet at this one pond. It was like amphibian Tinder, but instead of swiping, you just scream as loud as possible. But when thousands of frogs do this at once, it sounds like the gates of hell opening. By morning, the pond was full of dead frogs who had literally croaked themselves to death. They screamed so hard they died. Now, most towns would be embarrassed about almost declaring war on frogs. Not Windham. These legends put a frog on their town seal and money.
Cool.
They also built a bridge with giant bronze frogs. They embraced the story and made it their brand. Number 2. The Great Stink of London.
Wow.
Summer of 1858.
He's back.
Yeah, it's absolutely right.
It's never gone away.
London's River Thames has turned into the world's largest toilet. For decades, every bit of human waste, dead animals, and industrial sludge went straight into the river. Then came the heat wave. All that waste started cooking in the summer heat. Imagine leaving a garbage bag full of rotting meat in your car during August. Now multiply that smell by about 1 million. That's what London was breathing. The smell was so bad, Parliament couldn't function. These fancy politicians were gagging during meetings. They soaked curtains in lime to block the smell. It didn't work. They lit incense. Didn't work. Some members actually fainted from the stench. They seriously considered moving the entire government to another city. Nothing motivates politicians quite like the smell of poor people's poop wafting through their windows. People crossing London Bridge would hold handkerchiefs to their faces and sprint. Shops closed because customers wouldn't come in. Even Queen Victoria cancelled a boat trip because the smell made her royal stomach turn. Finally, Parliament threw money at the problem. They hired Joseph Bazalgette to build a sewer system. This absolute hero constructed 82 miles of tunnels to carry the waste away. He saved London from drowning in its own filth. and those sewers still work today. Number 1, the Great Canadian.
The sewers run from London all the way through to Birmingham. Shit that comes down in London ends up in Birmingham though. Right?
It wouldn't surprise you, would it, somehow?
Still actually goes to Bradford as well.
Yeah, it does. Rochdale. Quite a few, yeah. Leicester, Luton.
Newcastle, it's all over.
Canadian maple syrup heist. Someone pulls off the most Canadian crime in history. They steal 3,000 tons of maple syrup from Quebec's Strategic Maple Syrup Reserve. Yes, Canada has a strategic syrup reserve. It's like Fort Knox for pancake toppings. Anyways, the thieves didn't just grab a few bottles and run. This was an Ocean's 11 level operation. Over several months, they snuck into the warehouse and slowly drained barrels of syrup. Then they refilled them with water. Each barrel weighed 600 pounds. These criminals moved 9,500 barrels. That's millions of pounds of syrup. Imagine the logistics, the trucks, the storage, the sticky fingers. The security was exactly what you'd expect from Canadians. One guard, no cameras, probably a sign saying, "Please don't steal our syrup, eh?" The heist went unnoticed for months. Then one day, an inspector doing a routine check noticed something off. Maybe the syrup tasted weird. Maybe it was too thin. Suddenly he realizes he's not tasting syrup. He's tasting warehouse water. The investigation uncovered a massive syrup smuggling ring led by Richard Valliere. The stolen syrup was worth $18 million. Wow. It's the largest agricultural heist in history. They sold their loot across Vermont and New Brunswick. So somewhere out there, some Americans are still probably eating contraband Canadian syrup on their waffles. That's all for today.
Wow, interesting one, that last one.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah,
Hey?
that's a lot of syrup, that, isn't it? $18 million.
Is it any other countries sort of like as big as Canada with like maple syrup?
We either have like their own thing, or we just with syrup itself.
Yeah, I don't know, really. Never really occurred to me.
Yeah, it's. I mean, I imagine you can produce syrup from in most countries.
Of course.
Yeah,
But I know maple syrup's it's Canadian, isn't it?
yeah,
Unknown
that's right.
thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No,
I don't think so.
Yeah, I don't know. You know what? I've never even thought about it. Never occurred to me.
Either. I don't think I have syrup. I have honey.
Yeah.
I put honey to sweeten tea and things like that. But it's
No, I'm not a syrup guy.
Yeah, I don't
No,
normally have
syrup.
syrup on
No,
things. It's
me
probably
neither.
in certain desserts that you have, I'm guessing.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's not something I'd normally have, I'm guessing. But yeah, interesting.
Yeah, it's a great channel though, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, it is. Really good. Well explained.
It's like I say about the London stench. That's still happening.
I mean,
To this day.
that's just London.
Come back though. It's definitely come back. Don't know why,
Yeah.
but it's come back. Stinks.
It's just grim, isn't it?
Anyway, hope you guys enjoyed that. Don't forget to like and subscribe. We'll see you on the next one.
Cheers.
Cheers.